can't wait.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Leading at a Higher Altitude podcast. My name is James Fallon, your VP of Public Relations. And today I got two very special people on the show today. I have Declan, Franco, and Dylan Knight, all from our brand new fraternity, which we're getting in just actually tomorrow from recording this one. It's our first recruitment event. Introducing the new fraternity on Embry-Riddle, Alpha Tau Omega. How about you guys introduce yourself real quick?
My name is, I'm Dylan Knight. Originally born in Atlanta, lived in Columbus, Georgia for a while. Did a bunch of moving, finished up in Birmingham, Alabama. Went to college at Samford University. Had a great experience there, loved Greek life, and just excited to be here at Embry-Riddle.
I'm Declan Franco. I was born in Pennsylvania. I went to college at Washington and Jefferson in Western PA. I did track and field there. I was an ATO there, and I'm also very excited to be here at Embry-Riddle.
What events did you run in track?
I did the high jump.
I could not do. I was a middle distance runner, so the 8 and the mile, that's all I was able to do. I couldn't jump, couldn't really run that fast, but I could run fast for a long time. So
I ran in high school, but I did not run in college, just the jumps.
Yeah, I mean, I showed up to college, was not nearly fast enough, still coming off a knee injury from my junior year of high school.
Dude, you were going to go pro if it wasn't for that, man.
Yeah, man, I would have been the next Olympian, but, here I am making podcasts on a Tuesday afternoon. So I guess what made you guys want to join ATO at your respective schools?
Yeah, for me, I came in, my freshman year was COVID year, which is weird to think. There's a lot of people that are on this campus that had COVID in 7th grade, which is just, that makes me pushing 30 right now. But either way, when I got to college, I wanted to meet new people. All my friends went to big state schools. Just it wasn't really my vibe. I liked having a community that felt tight-knit, but also large at the same time, and that's a similar vibe to Embry-Riddle, just a community that is just bustling. I love the union, just so many people. But anyway, I came in, and I wanted to meet new people, but it was kind of hard to do that when COVID is just running rampant. So the only groups that were able to have events of any kind were the fraternities, and I loved everyone I met at ATO. They asked me to go to lunch rather than some of the other groups were saying, hey, just come back to our tent. It was just very personal, and I really enjoyed that. And so joined ATO, grew so much, and my experience was fantastic.
I joined ATO a little bit late. I joined the spring semester of my sophomore year. I was actually initially very anti-fraternity for a myriad of reasons. I just didn't really feel like joining one at that time. But my RA, actually, my sophomore year, everybody has a guy they can remember, right, that got them into fraternity, let them into this community. And mine was a guy by the name of Joel Winters. And he just took me out to lunch one day and said, listen, I think you should come up and meet some of the brothers. And I took him up on it, and here I am today.
That's kind of what I did. I showed up to Embry-Riddle, didn't really have many friends. And so my second semester, I ended up pledging Sigma Chi. Here I am, a brother on IFC exec as well as our chapters exec. So at first I was pretty anti-fraternity, but then I saw, what the chapters here, like, they weren't like the typical, like what you see in a movie, like party all day doing drugs and stuff like that, but that were really like, developing leaders for the future. And I know you guys are the Leadership Development Academy, or America's Leadership Development Fraternity, excuse me. So in practice, I guess, in your own experience, how is this created, as well as how are you going to bring that to Embry-Riddle?
Yeah, I think when you think about, I think you kind of hit some of the points in general when you talked about Embry-Riddle, where you're at a school where fraternities here are not like you see on television, which is fantastic. I think that is the best type of experiences where, yeah, you're going to make some memories, but at the same time, you're going to grow as a man. And so whenever I go to any campus, no matter the ones that are these big schools or ones that are a tight-knit community like this, I think there's always room for an experience that, just adds something different. There's already so many unique groups on this campus that all offer something. And for us, like being a leadership development group, we would just hope that we can find men that, of course, they want to make some memories with some of their friends, but at the same time, they feel like every person that is around them is pushing them, like helping them get to their goals in their career, And that's where you kind of find a balance, because fraternities are meant to be an outlet for guys, but you should be surrounded by the right type of person. And we're here to find people that, you know, can add to this community as much as possible.
Yeah, so I guess moving on from that, you know, obviously we're here to develop leaders, but in order to develop the leader, we need to find someone who we could feel like we could build into that. And I know you guys use the STUDS principle, so scholarship, tone and temperament, usefulness, and then doing in standards, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
I did my research.
He did his research, man. Holy cow, this guy's locked in.
So I guess, you know, I know you guys are actively recruiting right now, and you've been working on it for the past semester, and I know it's going to kick up tomorrow once Meet the Greek starts, which I am really excited for.
Oh, we're stoked.
You guys will see me with a tiny mic doing interviews with as many people as I can.
Come interview us, man. We'll be locked in. We'll be ready.
I will.
We got a tablecloth and a dream.
Oh, man, you guys got a tent?
No, we didn't bring a tent.
No, we don't have a tent. We didn't pack it in the car. It didn't have space for it.
Yeah.
It'll buff.
Yeah, we'll be
It
all
might
right.
stick out in a way, you know, that all the
We'll
other
just-
tents are around.
Yeah, everybody will have a tent.
It might be representative, you know, something new. We don't have composites or anything like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, we don't even have people to be in a composite. So
I mean, next year you guys hopefully will.
Yeah, absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely.
no,
You know.
100%.
Honestly, composite photos are the most funny day and the most I don't know if I look good or not day
Yeah.
of, you know, my entire fraternity experience.
Yeah, right?
I've been there.
But yeah, so those STUDS principles, like, what's like the student here that you're looking at? Are you guys aiming more towards to recruit like freshmen, or like mainly older guys who can fill straight into leadership roles,
Mhm.
or are you looking to mainly develop these like younger guys into being your future leaders?
Yeah, honestly, I think it kind of hits both of those things. I think that a lot of experiences can feel like it's for younger people, and again, that's not as much here as it is on other campuses, but I think there's room for everybody to find a home in a fraternity, whether they're young or they're older, because those older guys, you know, they can look for the opportunities to mentor guys, to help shape these younger men into being leaders. And for those younger men that want to dive into leadership roles, they have the opportunity to try that out, to see what it's like in being a leader, seeing where they can improve, seeing how they can give back to something. And so I think if we're looking for any type of guy, I think that people come into college, men come into college as adults in a way. They're 18, they can vote, they can do all that good stuff. But really, like, this is such a formative time. Like, they are not fully adults yet. This is a huge time to develop yourself and develop your skills. And so really just men that are wanting to grow is I think what we look for. Because no one, you know, the book's not ended yet. A lot of times these guys are just really starting a big chapter of their life, and we hope that, you know, through an experience, really any fraternity experience, but certainly if they find ATL, our experience would help push them in the right direction for their future.
That's good. Would you feel that, you know, your time as undergrads in ATL now being graduated, and are you guys working full time for ATL?
Full time.
Yes,
Oh,
we
man,
are.
that seems like a
Full-time
fun job.
job.
You guys just get paid
Yeah.
to travel around the country.
We literally
huh?
get paid to travel to different campuses for 2 months at a time and talk to people and have a great conversation. It's a fun gig, man. You
Are
know,
they
you
like
don't-
throwing you guys in a hotel, or did they?
No, we got an
Airbnb.
Airbnb, man.
Airbnb. Oh
We're in a
man,
little
you guys are living the
apartment.
lavish
Yeah.
life.
Yeah, dude,
it's nice, man.
we're on LPGA right now. We got a quiet little apartment complex.
Have you guys
It's cozy.
seen like the sights around here, like the racetrack, the beach? I know this past weekend it was the race as well as it was really hot for being the late January when the rest of the country's getting snowed in.
Right. We went. Where was that place? Ocean Deck.
Yes.
We went and ate lunch at Ocean Deck. The food was awesome. It looked very college bar-like, but yeah.
They had good food. They had good crowd.
Yeah,
it was
they
great.
have
I
really
had
good
a,
food. I like their
fish
buffalo
sandwich.
chicken wings.
They have wings?
They have wings
Yeah.
there? I didn't even know that.
That sounds good.
Yeah, really good late night snack when I'm strolling the beach. I'd usually get some buffalo wings there, and then I keep going on my walk.
Heck yeah.
So I guess moving on from that, you guys go to the races at all, or?
We want to. We didn't get to go to the Rolex.
No, yeah. I think we're gonna try and go to the 500.
Oh, yeah.
That's probably like, you thought the traffic was bad for the Rolex. Just wait until the
Yeah.
500,
Oh, I don't
and
wanna
then
deal with it,
bike
man.
week. I think is the week after this
bad?
year. I wouldn't say it's bad per se, but when it's like it's stop and go. But because people are like crossing the roads like pedestrians, you basically get like an inverted rush hour, where it's not busy like late at night, early in the morning, but in the middle of the day, like when you're trying to get lunch, that's when International
Oh.
Speedway is definitely the most packed.
Gosh.
Jeez.
It's the worst time too, because you got to rush typically during lunch hour, man. You got to get food and go back to class or work.
I mean, we got
Or
food
home
here.
Yeah, you might as
True.
well eat
I like those little what's the eagle thing that'll pull up the car, like the truck thing.
Oh,
that has
the
all
I've
food
actually
truck.
never seen that because I'm usually in class or
It's this
working
cool
for
little
most
like
of the day.
moped type thing. And they got a little food truck on the back. It's not very big. It's like one seater. It looks like those little like mail carts.
Yeah,
mail trucks.
little mail truck thing.
You know what I'm talking like?
Yeah.
They have the little package on the back.
Yeah.
Um,
I'll have to keep an eye out for it. I mean, I've been here. This is my 3rd year, and I've never seen that thing.
Well,
They parked like directly in front of the union, actually, like
Huh.
right in front of the door.
was that yesterday?
That was yesterday. It was
Yeah.
in the morning.
I usually take the side door because the front is like
Uh,
really packed during the middle of the day, and
Yeah,
I
it
kind
was
of just like
It
you know
bustles.
dodge and weave the traffic. Hate doing that. But anyways, moving on to the more important stuff like leadership roles. I could talk to you guys about Daytona all day, but this is an IFC podcast.
Right.
True.
So
That is
obviously
true.
there are set in stone chapters here that have been here for decades. What is like the thing that sets you guys apart? Like, what's the thing you want to get into these guys' minds? Like, hey, join us. Like,
Yeah, I'll let Declan add on to anything I miss here. But I think like the short answer is like, again, I think every group here has something unique, and so I think from the base level, one of the unique things that we're bringing is like the opportunity to build something. This campus hasn't seen a new group since before the 2020s, so it's been it's been 7 years, and so it just gives men the opportunity to build something and mold something. In a very direct way, which is exciting for a lot of people. There's a lot of men that like that prospect. So I think that's one of the big things we're bringing. Is there anything you have to add to that, Declan? Or?
I don't really think so. I think a big part of what ATO is all about, specifically, like, going to be here, is trying to just provide a balance,
Mhm.
right? And provide growth in whatever way we can, and however that looks at Embry-Riddle is going to look different than any ATO chapter in the country. And I think that kind of build as you go aspect, at least for now, is what makes us attractive and a cool opportunity, right?
Yeah. So you guys said you've been to multiple schools, right?
Mm-hmm.
What I
Yes,
guess
sir.
sets this place apart from all the other places
Oh,
you've been
man.
to?
A lot.
Yeah.
I
You want to
think-
start with that?
Yeah. The biggest thing is I missed being at a small school, man.
Yeah.
This is my 3rd school that I've been to, and I went to the University of Texas and the University of Michigan. And the small school atmosphere, I'm biased, but it's just undefeated. There's a sense of community here with the big student union. Like, everybody comes in this place at least once a day, and there's always people congregating. I love that about Embry-Riddle, and I think also the fact I've heard a lot about with people I've talked to, even in the short time we've been here, how they say it's a nerd school, but honestly, like, everybody I've met has been really, really cool and welcoming and nothing but, and I don't know, if that makes it a nerd school, then consider me a nerd.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. Embry-Riddle was one of the only schools I visited. I'm a pilot. So
Right.
it's what I've always wanted to do.
Harvard of the sky.
Exactly. But when my brothers came here for the first time, they both go to a really big state school back home. They were like, "Wow, you guys are so focused on like one thing," which that thing for many of us is aviation. Being a pilot, being an engineer, which really does like influence our Greek life in a way. Like, I'm a Sigma Chi. The nickname of our chapter is the Winged Sigs.
That's dope. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's so dope.
Yeah, we actually have like a shirt that says it for our 55th, which is coming up.
That-
So
That's sweet.
it's my shirt's
so
sitting in my car right now.
dope.
So can't
That's
wait
so
to wear
dope.
that for recruitment. But I guess going on the Wing Sings, what do you guys call yourself?
Gosh, I don't even know if we have a nickname like that yet. Maybe they'll think of one, right?
Yeah, I mean, that could be part of the group as well. Everybody makes their own culture, so if they want to
Yeah.
come up with a nickname, they're more than welcome.
Maybe
Yeah.
like Top Gun, because TAU, like Top Gun. I don't know. That's so stupid.
No.
I don't know.
We'll workshop it.
But yeah, we'll workshop. But I'll add to the question you just asked as well. This is my 7th campus I've been to. So I've been all around. I've been to Northern Arizona University in Flagstaff. I've been to University of San Diego. I was at UNLV, so Vegas for a while. I actually went up to Tampa for a little bit and helped start a group at South Florida. And then I've been to USC, like Southern California, not Southern or South Carolina. And of course I was at, well, not of course, no one knows that. I was at Michigan with Declan. And so I think the thing I love about Embry-Riddle the most, first of all, is what Declan said. It's just like this community we have. I went to Samford, where I went in Birmingham, very similar to Embry-Riddle. It's a private school, under 10,000 students, a little expensive, but all that to say is it just reminds me of home. Every time I walk around here, it reminds me of home, and I love that. But also, I just think another thing I love about Embry-Riddle that I have not experienced truly, like from a community like this at any other school I've been to, is just the amount of energy, the positivity, the excitement. It's so refreshing to come to a campus and just have people that are excited for us to be here and wanting to hang out with us, wanting to take us to dinner, wanting us to meet their chapters. And so I love this place so much. If I was a pilot, I would try to go to Embry-Riddle for grad school, but I can't fly. But I really love it here. This place is so unique. It's so special. It's got a great community. And again, we're just excited to be able to add to that in any way that we can.
Yeah, very good. I've been here for 3 years, as I said earlier. The sense of community, like I still talk with people from my freshman dorm, whether it's, someone who I just saw in the hallway passing by in the elevator, I'd hold the door open, but we all know each other's names. We know like where we're from. We all know what we're working on in terms of ratings. We all know each other's instructors. We're friends with our instructors.
Yeah.
In fact, I have class with one of my instructors, which was fun.
That's
This was
awesome.
back when I was like younger, and they paired us, with the younger instructors as well. They had me in the same class as him because I came here with a bunch of credits.
Mm-hmm.
So I ended up seeing him in class. I was like, this is hilarious.
It's so funny.
I
I love being able to walk and just seeing the same person 4 times in a day. I haven't been able to do that since I was in school, but after we met good old Brody, shout out Brody. Let's go, Brody.
Yeah, I think he's in lab right now. He would have sat in, but
It's okay. It's okay. He'll listen to it. But when we've met Brody in person on the first day, later that day, we saw him like 3 more times. It's the best. It's the best when you can just see the same person over and over. It just reminds me of home. It's so fun.
Yeah, and especially in the student union, people start to sit in certain places
We've
the same
noticed
day.
that.
Yeah.
We've noticed that.
Yeah, so I say hi to my one example is the fraternities. We all pretty much sit at a long table, and it's the same one every day, and it's been like that since the union was built. I don't even know how many years ago.
We looked into it. Wasn't it like 2018?
It wasn't far long ago, but it was before I came here.
Right,
which
So multiple generations of students, right?
Yeah.
That's just a tradition that's been passed down.
And it's like we have a house. It's like our home away from home. We have brothers who live on campus who don't always have the time to hang out at the house after class, but they're getting a quick bite to eat. They're studying there and they're sitting at the table, which really builds into especially the Greek life community on campus. We are pretty tight knit. Like we all know each other, and especially in the last couple decades, like 10, 20 years, it just started to boom with how many people we got. We had over 100 and something PNMs last semester.
Wow.
There you go.
So much in the fact that we ran out of time for bid day. So it was long, and then next thing you know, they're saying it's done, and then we get a bunch of new people coming in because there wasn't enough time. How many people are you guys expecting to get this semester? Like your goal, for instance?
I mean, it's different for every campus. So we just want to create something that's sustainable.
That's good.
And not so that we're not really. I think the best way to answer that is we just want as many people as we feel want to grow as possible. And so I don't know if there's really a specific number. We just want as many people as we think are a part of this.
I think it's a matter of not even trying to set a goal. We're just going to keep going and trying to show this experience to as many people as we can. And how many people we get is how many people we get.
Yeah, and then those guys you do get this semester, they're going to be y'all's founding fathers.
Yeah,
is it going to be the Embry-Riddle chapter of Alpha Tau Omega, or are you guys going to get Greek letters for it?
They'll have Greek letters for sure. That they will get the Greek letters after they charter, which is just kind of that's just random term. But that's just like when we're what a charter is. I think most people that are in Greek life know what a charter is. So once they get their charter, they'll get their own insignia, but as of now, they'll just be Embry-Riddle group.
Yeah, and
So
they'll have that for the rest of their lives, like
forever.
Yeah,
no matter
founding
what
father.
they do, they're every job interview they're gonna be like, oh, you were a founding father of the fraternity, tell me about that. Which, people will definitely like see that as a boost, not only to develop themselves, but to develop the future of y'all's chapter here on campus, which is what I'm really excited to see. Like I'm graduating next semester, but I'll definitely visit and come back, see how y'all are doing my chapter and every single chapter here.
Yeah, we appreciate it. It seems like a lot of students here are here for just like 3 years. It seems like a lot of people graduate early because the summer, which is unique.
Yeah, I
haven't
stayed
seen
my
that anywhere I've
freshman
been.
year summer. I went home for like a week my first summer here, and then I was either flying or in class for the rest of it. And then next thing you know, it's more classes. I'm like, where's my break? But
Yeah.
it was worth
man.
it. Save money at the end of the day. I'd make more money in the
Absolutely.
future because
Getting
I'll
it
be
done.
working more.
Mhm.
So
Such a unique experience you get here. Just anybody, like summer flying, like that's just crazy. I've just never been to a school like this. It's so
and
cool.
There's surprisingly like a lot of people here during the summer. Like the union will not be as packed as it usually is because people kind of just go flying and they work and then they hang out in their dorms all day.
Right.
But there's definitely like a big group of people, and you could text anyone and they'll be like,
Yeah.
especially if they're a flight student, they'll be like, oh yeah, I'm just in my dorm right now, or I'm hanging out in my apartment. I'll tell you, that freshman year summer, I pretty much just stayed in my dorm.
Vegged and flowed.
Yeah, hung out, and all I did was hang out with friends if I wasn't like, flying, because there wasn't much to study for. Like I
Right,
wasn't taking
yeah.
that many classes, and the ones I were online. So I just, sorry professors, I'd use ChatGPT. So, yeah, that was definitely a fun summer. Got really tan because I also went to the
There you
beach
go.
every day.
Yeah, it's hot,
So-
man. Well, not right now. It's actually we've been told that we brought the cold front down. So apologies to everybody.
Yeah,
We came down
thanks.
from Indiana. It's where our headquarters is. And all of a sudden we get here and it's under 60 degrees. And so we've been taking the blame for the cold front.
I
Now
mean,
it's like
this
40.
weekend was really good. Like it hit 82, I think,
Yeah,
on
it was-
Sunday.
it was
Got
hot on
nice
Sunday.
sunburn all over my face at the racetrack,
Yes.
but it happens. Just
And
kind
see,
of one
that's
of
when
the
we
things
left
about
campus.
living here.
We
Yeah.
left campus and it was 80s, and now we're back on campus today and we're back in like the 40s.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. It's just this morning I walked out and I was like, oh my
It's cold.
God, it's cold
It was
again.
chilly, man.
I was missing this weekend. So I guess going back to the founding father thing about the chapter, like what's like the experience for that, and why do you guys think it would be better to be a founding father than to already like join a chapter that's already been in for a while?
I think it's not about the fact that it's better. It's just a different experience, right? Because I do believe like the Greek life system here at Embry-Riddle is super healthy, and there's no toxic groups. It doesn't appear to me, at least. I've only been here for 3 weeks, but it has been like
super welcoming, and everybody has been super open to it. So I don't think on this campus it's a matter of that it's better, but it's different in that it provides different things. If you're joining an established group, you're joining because you know people in the group, right? And you want to be able to grow with that person because you're familiar with them, right? In terms of us, we're kind of offering a build your own fraternity experience, kind of. You get input on what a group like us that we can back you, kind of, can do, right? But you get to design it with people that want to do something similar. And I think in terms of like adding that to a resume, that could be very appealing to people, as well as just building things. People enjoy building with other people, and that's part of the experience that we sell too.
There you go.
Yeah, very good answer. So I guess more questions about Embry-Riddle. So obviously, we have an IFC council here. I'm one of the exec members. We
Yeah,
also
you
have a Panhellenic council, which their desk is quite literally
Right next to
across
us.
the room from us. Is there anything like different per se that you've noticed about our councils than at other schools?
I think the collaboration amongst the councils is really strong here. I'm not going to say what school, but I was at a school within the last few years. I guess that'd be all schools because I'm not trying to narrow it down to anybody. But but I was at a school where it was like each council was like their own bubble, and it was like IFC did their thing, Panhellenic did their thing, and then the Multicultural Greek Council and the National Panhellenic Council, they were just all separate beings, it felt like. And then even like the groups themselves, and not only were they separate from each other, but they were also just kind of separate from campus. People were not putting their letters in their bio. They didn't seem like they were proud to be in Greek life. And I would say here is pretty much the exact opposite. Like, everyone seems extremely proud. Like, letters are in everyone's bios. People are wearing their letters every day. People, like the groups that are in Greek life here are being ingrained into other parts of campus. Like, we met people that are working at the Welcome Center, people that are RAs, people that are leaders in other clubs and other things. And so, again, that just kind of goes to what Declan was saying about the healthy system that there is here, is that both groups enjoy being around each other, they help out each other, they do stuff together, and they also do stuff around campus, and they don't just sit in their own little bubble and do nothing else and don't collaborate with other people. And so, again, it's just so exciting to see something like that, because it just means that the experience here is special and it's giving people enough to where they're proud and they want to get more people involved in it. And so I think that's one thing that I've noticed, especially here, as opposed to some other places I've been to.
Yeah, definitely the collaboration is strong, especially between IFC and Panhellenic, and hopefully in the future, and we get a Divine Nine Council as well.
That'd be awesome.
We only have one Divine Nine chapter on campus, which is Kappa Alpha Psi Incorporated, but once we get another, they're going to get their own council, which
That's so exciting.
You know, I'm really excited to start working with them, if that even is during my time. But obviously with Panhellenic, you know, over the course of our terms, because we just got elected in December and we got installed then. So fresh IFC board, fresh Panhellenic board, we can start collaborating on really big projects. And in fact, they helped me set this whole setup thing up. There's two of them in here.
There you go.
And I showed up and they're like, "Oh yeah, I'm about to record the podcast." They're like, "Oh yeah, have fun."
I hope you're having fun.
Yeah, I mean, I am, you know. I signed up for this. I was expecting to do the podcast, and I like talking to people. I like meeting new people.
Yeah.
It's also why I joined Fraternities, just so I could meet as many people as possible, as well as calling, you know, all my brothers my best friends. But yeah, what's like, so Embry-Riddle, obviously we're in aviation school. We're going to start wrapping things up here.
Okay.
You guys live pretty close to campus on LPGA, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we do.
While you're on campus and while you're back home, do the planes ever, like, affect you in anything that you're working? Because I'll tell you, when I first started and I was sitting in the Union or even walking outside and I heard a jet take off, my neck would just snap towards the plane. I don't know if it's because I'm an airplane nerd or because it was loud, but it was, like, happened 6 times a day. You'd see all the freshmen, especially during orientation, just, like, look up and stare at the planes.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, no, I haven't noticed any excess sound, to be honest. I'm a heavy sleeper, though.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
It might be
Our
it.
area is pretty quiet, I think.
Oh, actually, Brody's right there. How about we let him in real quick? Oh, he's saying no? Well, boo. This is going on YouTube, Brody. So,
Yeah.
Oh, he's walking away. He's scared.
Wow.
Anyways, if you guys don't know Brody, he was previously on IFC last year. He's now our president.
Let's go, Brody.
So,
Wish we had a soundboard we could do like a round of applause for.
I mean, I could put that when I edit it. Unless, you know what I'm thinking?
That
I'm
is
just
a round of
gonna
applause for Brody.
finish it. Maybe see if everything sounds. I'll be like, it's going to YouTube.
Also add a boo for Brody since he's walk in.
Yeah, Brody
The
just
Disney
waved at me at the
Channel,
door.
sound effects.
I think he's going to his other office right now.
Yeah.
Oh, he has multiple offices. Look
He's
at
a
this
busy
guy.
man. For those of you guys who don't know, our IFC office is located in the Student Leadership Suite, pretty much in the back. If you come here only for the coffee and the candy, I don't blame you. I only came here for that until I got onto IFC, but pretty much every, major student group has their own office, and there's also a really big study room that doesn't really get filled up that much. So, yeah.
I took a meeting in here a few weeks ago. I was meeting with my boss, and I was like, I need a quiet place to go. And I went to well, I guess they can't see, but I'm pointing in a direction. So we're
One of the rooms over there.
Yeah, one of the rooms, and it's a great place to sit and just relax. It's quiet. It's quieter than like the Union on the outside. It's a fun space. It's a fun little space.
Yeah, I mean, especially when the fighter jets take off, you can kind of see them
Oh, really?
through our
I bet
window.
that's so cool.
That's sick.
I've heard when the Thunderbirds roll around, people are flocking to see them land.
It's a herd. Like,
Yeah.
Really?
they're all running on the walkways. Like, any fighter jet comes, I'm guilty of doing that.
There you go.
I've been here for 3 years, but it never gets old, especially hearing the Thunderbirds at, 9 a.m. they wake me up, and I'm like,
Yeah.
ooh, time to get my day started.
Sick.
Yeah, we've been on that balcony where you can watch the planes take off from the runway, and it's quite a spectacle, honestly. I mean, you know, everyone here is used to it, but for me, like being able to be that close to a plane as it takes off, watching I forgot which ones we watched. I think it was United, or no, JetBlue was landing one. It was American. It was American and JetBlue. It was just crazy to be that close, and they have the binoculars so you can actually like zoom in. It's just so unique. I love it.
Very cool.
And then I remember it was my freshman year for the 500. They actually took the university president, Dr. Butler, up in a Thunderbird.
Oh, really?
Oh, man.
I heard rumors and I saw it taking off, but I didn't actually know he was in there until I saw the YouTube video come up like a week later. And, you know, now I work in his office. So one day
awesome.
I'll ask him about that, be like, what did it really feel like to sit in a Thunderbird? You know, that's pretty much my dream, and a lot of the people at this school's dream is to ride in one of those planes. But, you know, fingers crossed the military works out for me and I'll be able to do all that.
I hope so too. That's a once in a lifetime thing. I mean, I haven't even been in a jet or a 2-seater plane or any of the ones they have here. And it's like being able to fly those every other day. I don't know how often you have flight hours and everything, but it just seems so cool to be able to fly a plane yourself. Like, I couldn't even imagine doing that.
Yeah, I mean, I love it. The only thing that sucks is waking up at like 4 or 5
really?
a.m., you know, especially when it's still dark and you're leaving your house when it feels wrong, or when it's still dark, it just feels wrong.
Yeah.
You know, like I want to see the sun, not, you know, just the moon still, but it's worth it. You get the good view of the sunrise in the morning, so.
Yeah. Is it true? I've heard that 80% of flying is just the landing, where like 20% of the scare is like the actual flying part. I don't know. I've heard that from someone where it's like most of the work is in landing and taking the plane off the ground, and like the actual flying towards the destination part is, I don't know if easier is the word, because like I've never flown a plane.
So when you're on like a cross
stressful.
country, which is a flight over 50 miles, definitely the workload is heavy at takeoff and landing, and when you're actually just cruising, you're kind of just sitting there waiting to get your next waypoint. Once you hit your waypoint, you're like, oh, let me check my fuel. Oh, that's good. Let me check my speed. That's good. Heading good. All that stuff. But definitely takeoff and landings, especially in the Cessnas, if you've never flown a plane before, it takes a while to get used to like pretty much forcing a plane out of the sky when all it wants to do is stay flying.
How do you do it? How do you force it out of the sky?
It's like all about energy management.
Okay.
You know, that's one big thing I struggled on when I was younger, but what you do, you pretty much get it so slow to where lift stops getting generated over the wings, but you don't want to do that too high or you'll slam it on the ground.
That would be bad.
And you don't want to do it too low because you still slam it on the ground. So it's all about finding that like sweet spot of, you know, when can I, you know, manage the energy and airspeed of this plane to where it, you know, kisses the ground in a way.
Yeah. Gosh, there must be a lot of tech in that, like a lot of technical stuff.
Yeah, I remember when I took my first passenger up, it was kind of a windy day.
Oh, no.
You know, I was nervous because, you know, she was my first passenger, and then I slammed it, I went around, but, you know, second landing was pretty good, third landing was even better, so I made up for it at the end of the day, but it's definitely a long thing to learn, so.
What do you like to do, like, when you're in the air? Because I feel like, I know you're paying attention to a lot of stuff, but me, I have ADHD. Like, I have my brain's always bouncing around. It's like, how do you keep yourself entertained? Is it just beautiful to look at the sky, or do you get bored? I feel like it's hard to get bored when you're flying a plane.
Honestly, when you're in, like, the Cessnas and the smaller planes that we fly, you're going fast enough and you're low enough to where you can, like, look down and see, like, people's backyard, see what they're doing. So if I'm on, like, a longer flight, I'll just, like, put the autopilot on, you know, of course I'll still be checking in front, checking all the instruments, but like in those periods of downtimes, I'll be looking out the window, seeing what's going on out there. Sometimes, you know, if I'm doing a flight just to hit a certain time, I'll draw things in the air. People make lightning bolts.
Like with your plane?
Yeah, like the track.
With your track? Oh my god. Man, I know you can do that, but I didn't know you could. Holy cow.
That's sweet.
We had one of our brothers actually write our letters in the sky, which was really
awesome.
fun.
The wing SIGs, man.
Yeah.
Look at them go.
I think I drew. Actually, I didn't draw anything. I just mowed the lawn, as people told me. I just did straight lines because I was bored. I just kind of wanted to get it done with. But yeah, it was still a fun flight. Missed those flights because now I'm on, you know, the back end of things where it's getting more serious. I got to start looking for a job.
Right.
So yeah, but thank you guys so much for coming on. I hope you
appreciate
really
you.
enjoyed it.
It was fun.
Wishing you all the
Great
best
time.
of luck in recruitment.
Thank
You guys are gonna do great. Recruitment's my favorite time of the year. But yeah, thank you guys so much, and thank you guys for listening. Have a good day.